All right, let's warm up. We'll start with the hips. So just nice big circles. And back the other way. So remembering with this one, if we have a tight spot, just work around that a little bit. Loosen into that side or hip joint, maybe even into the glute a little bit on the other side. And then some easy spinal rotations. Keep the feet flat, just a little bend at the knees. Rotating around, just a couple more each way. So we'll go through all these gentle joint mobilizers. So then going down to ankles, just circling around, balancing on the left foot. Nice big circle, and then back the other way. Working just at the ankle. Swapping sides. So left ankle, circling. Back the other way. Feet together, hands on top of your kneecaps, and then just gently circling around. Again, try and keep your feet flat. Go 3 one way, 3 the other, and then we'll repeat that. Try to increase that circle size, the circumference, as you scoot around. Very good. Working up the chain, going a little bit wider. And then just stretching in here, but we're mobilizing through the groin. Just sliding to the left. Again, try and keep the feet flat, turn the toes out a little. Shifting the weight over. One more. And then we might go on all fours for this one, just to get a little bit more control. So arching, rounding out, just flexing and extending through the spine. Loosening from the hips right the way out to the shoulders. Breath in, breathe out. In, out. 2 more. In, out. And then we're back up again. Working this internal, external rotation at the shoulders. Turning the left hand down, looking along the length of the left arm. And vice versa on the right side. Keep working at about my tempo. Breathe out as you look along the length of your arm that's rotating in or down. The hand rotates down, but we're internally rotating at the shoulder. And then big shoulder circles, working back. Big circles. We can breathe in, breathe out as we come down. In, out, in, out. 2 more. In, out. Very good. And then nodding, just gently trying to increase the range just a little. Looking up. Breathe out as you drop your chin to your chest. Up. Down. 1 more. Breath in. Breath out. Then looking across the left shoulder, Holding 1, 2, breathe out. Breathe in as we look to the front and then breathing out over the right shoulder. In, rotating to the left. In and then back to the right. Breathing out. In, out. One more to the right side. And then one more movement at the neck, just mobilizing. So we want to drop our left earlobe to left shoulder. So laterally flexing at the cervical spine, at your neck, dropping to the right side. Breath in when you're upright. Breathe out as you drop that ear to left shoulder. In, out. Trying to increase the range, but don't force it. In, out, in, out. And then arms forwards, or arms straight out at shoulder height, and we're just flexing, extending at the wrists. So just moving the arms, moving the hands with straight arms. But the movement through here, getting a stretch through our forearms as the wrist moves. And then at the elbows, so rotating inwards, keeping the upper arm at shoulder height, and then back the other way. Don't hold your breath. Okay, and then fingertips on top of the shoulders. We're going back and then forwards. So closing the shoulder rock. And then a couple more going back again. Okay, feet wide. Fingertips reaching down, so we're squatting down, touching, left hand stays on the floor and the right hand goes up towards the ceiling. Look up at that hand, back down, swapping to the other side, back down, opening up. Try not to let this knee fall in, keep the knees out. Opposite. Knee, don't let this one fall in when we're rotating to the left side. Opening out. Okay, then keep that position. Take your hands on top or at the bottom of your thighs, but the top of your knees, and just drop the right shoulder in, trying to push out on the right knee. You're stretching here, but rotating through at the shoulders. So we get a bit of a twist into the torso. Open up through the hips. Breath in. Breathe out and move deeper into that position. In. Couple more. In. Last one, in. Okay. Then single leg, we want to loosen into the hips, so we're just stepping over and back. Stepping over our imaginary hurdle. 2, we'll do 6 each side. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then swapping onto the other side. So stepping over. 1, 2, 3. Really try to get that knee as high as you can, and tucking, bending at the knee as well. 1 more. Okay, that's 6. And then we want to drop down onto the floor and just working this quad circle. So hands and knees, we'll flatten the feet out and just circling around. So we'll go 8 clockwise, 8 anti-clockwise, just try to keep the hands flat. We get a bit of a stretch into the wrists. Arms straight, circling around. Try and get the movement through the torso. Circling around, not twisting. Okay, so nice and neat, trying to keep nice and square at the hips and shoulders as you circle. We're going back the other way. Let's say just another 3, 2, 1, and then stepping left leg out, and we're trying to get deeper into the hip joint, just sitting back, coming forward, keeping that foot flat the whole time, mobilizing through the hips. And we can work in the rounding of the lower back as we come forward, and then just trying to lift the tail as we go back, rounding as we come forward. 2 more, and then swapping onto the other side. So right foot out, and same movement. So as we come forward, we're rounding through the lower back. As we go back, lifting the tail. Always easier on one side than the other. Just those body asymmetries. Yours might be good on the left, not so tight into the right. All right, and then standing up. So we're going up and down, up and down. So I want you to, we're still on the hips, so just working this wave, hip wave, trying to just get as much flow as you can through that right hip joint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll go on to the left side. So keeping that knee high and trying to be as smooth as you can moving through. So we want to just get nice gliding movements in our hip joint, which just makes for better function and balance of those muscles in and around the hip complex. Just do a couple of little circles both ways. Okay, getting a little more dynamic. We'll move into, so stepping wide on your mat, moving into these dynamic windmills. So we're going to increase that speed over the next 30 seconds. Get the breath out as you reach towards the ankle. So we're increasing tempo a little bit more. Increasing the breathing rates to go with the increased tempo in movements. Just another 10 seconds. And then we're moving into a cross crawl. We'll start slow with that one. So both arms up. On the diagonal, working elbow to knee. Just keep going, stepping through, and then I'm going to move into the skipping version of this cross crawl. You're welcome to stay at this tempo. Okay, but if you feel comfortable, move into this one. Breath out as the elbow goes towards the knee. Another 20 seconds. Try and bring the knees straight up. 10 seconds. And then back for one more windmill. Okay, 40 seconds now. Keeping the tempo, really shifting the weight across. Let's go for another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And then the skips. Away we go. 40 seconds of these. Really try and extend that top arm when you're not reaching across at the diagonal. And again, keeping the knees coming straight up. Another 5 seconds. Very good. On the mat, into a bird dog position. And to begin with, we'll just do a static hold. Left leg out, right arm out. And hold, shifting the weight over the top of the left arm. And we're holding just for another 15 seconds, and then we'll swap to the other side. 10 seconds. Two, one, and then swapping over. Really trying to extend out with the left arm, right leg. Hook the back toe. Let's say 3, 2, 1. Very good. Standing up. And I want to work a reverse lunge. So we'll do 8 and then swapping onto the other leg. With this one, really make sure you're controlling at the front, okay? We want to step back, taking 80, 90% of the weight here, control. A little bit of a lean forward, okay? 2, 3, really getting down deep in the lunge too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Swapping onto the other side, controlling, especially the initiation of the movement. Weight through this right leg, control, touch down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Weight into that front leg. 5, 6. At this tempo, 7, 8. Good. Back down into the bird dog. We'll hold 30 seconds, that is. Working at that diagonal, holding this position. Feeling strong through the core, engagement in this glute and the back of the right shoulder. Holding. We have 10 seconds. Holding strong, shifting the weight forward. Draw the belly button in as well, engaging deep into the abdominals. Okay, and then swap sides. So 30 seconds. On the opposite diagonal, but still focusing on those same points. Engaging through the glutes, lifting the arm that's out in front and shifting the weight over the stance arm, the one that's down on the mat. Holding strong, hooking the back toe. 3, 2, 1. And then another set of reverse lunges, so 8 and 8. Starting on that same side. So weight here, control down and up. 1, 2, keeping that foot flat, the front foot flat. 3, 4, no rush. 5, 6, 7. Nice and controlled. Onto the other side. Weight through the right leg. 1. Feel that right glute working. 2. Lean forward a little bit more if you haven't quite got that. 3, 4, 5. Control. 6. Push down with the big toe at the front as well, just to help the arch balance. 7, 8. Very good. Shake the legs out a little. Back on the mat. And so this dive bomber exercise on the knees, we're going forward and back 30 seconds, scooping through, scooping back. If you find the scoop back a bit too tricky, it is tricky, scoop forward and then just work around. So scooping forward and around. Or more advanced, sliding down deep to the mat and back as well. Just do 2 more. It's 1, 2, good. Staying on the mat, holding the prone cobra. So squeezing the shoulder blades together, tucking the chin. Feel this in mid, upper back, between the shoulder blades, down the triceps. Really turning the hands so the palms are facing away from your body, thumbs towards the ceiling. This creates an external rotation at your shoulders. Holding this position. Another 10 seconds. Really squeeze. Keep reminding yourself to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Another 5 seconds. And then we'll do our second set of dive bombers. Okay. So straight into those. Scooping through. Only go as deep as you feel you can still maintain good control through the shoulders, not forcing pressure into the neck. Okay, finish on this next one. And then back down in prone cobra position, setting up. 2, 1, and hold. Tuck the chin, squeeze the shoulder blades. Hands are turned out Thumbs pointing to the ceiling. Holding this position. Another 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Pushing up. And we'll do our squat walk, 5 up, 5 back. So sitting right down nice and deep. Little steps. Up we go. Pushing the knees out. And back. Really sit into it. Push the knees out. Don't let them collapse in. That's 1. Sitting down. Back we go. Reminding yourself, sit down, sit down. You will creep up unknowingly. Probably because you want to take the pressure out of your quads. Glutes. 2 to go. Sit down, sit down, sit down. One left. And then we move into a plank. Whoop, sit down, sit down. Shake them out. So this rotational plank movement, sort of punching across your body. Feet a little bit wider, opening up. Try and rotate the shoulder and hip around as you go. So we're on the left side. We'll just do another 15 seconds. Five seconds. Good. Swapping sides. And go. Really bring the shoulder and hip around. Breath out as you rotate your arm through. Let's go 10 seconds. Good, good. One more of each. Squat walk, that is. So down we go. 5 up and back. Should be able to go a little bit deeper now. Hips are open. The whole body's a little warmer. That's 1. Sitting right down. Little steps. Try and make them even. 2. Back we go. And just 2 to go. Sitting down. Dropping, dropping. Last one. Pushing the knees out. So really we're sort of in this sumo stance. Deep. All right. Shake, shake. So plank, rotational movement. And away we go. Keep it about this tempo. Probably not slower. I'm working to the breath. Five seconds. Okay, and swapping sides. Breath, breath. Get it out. 15 seconds. Another 5. Very good. So into a second lunge variant, just to get a little bit of movement through the hips. You know, as runners, we're always going this way, so we want to try to work through these other planes. So the curtsy lunge, we'll stick with 8 of those. Arms for balance, and then we're just coming down and around, same side. 2, front foot stays pointing straight ahead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and swapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Laying on your back on the mat. Okay. And I want you pushing up through your arms into this table position. Okay. And then we just gently, if you can, keep the hips up, walk the legs out. We're on our heels. And then working back in. Watching your hips, trying to make sure they stay parallel to the floor or your torso and hips. There's a straight, we're drawing a straight line there. We're not sagging. And then back, engaging into the hammies, glutes. We'll just do one more walkout, then a second set of curtsy lunges. Up we come, hips up. Okie doke. Eight of these, crossing over, up we go. This foot flat on the ground. 3, 4, controlling. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got one too many, sorry. Let's do 10. 10, totally in the groove. Swapping sides, so 10 on this side. Again, keeping this foot nice and flat. Push through the big toe to help with holding your arch a little bit higher, and that affects the knee and further up the chain. 5 to go. Good. 3, 2, 1. Slight variation on this next one, on the glute walk. I'll get you going from shoulders, just so we can get a little bit more into the glutes. Just different. So holding the bridge, walking out, keeping the toes hooked up, and then working back in. Don't go past the point of no return. Working back in. As you come in, try and really push through the hips. Feel the glute muscles activating, taking some of the load away from the hamstrings. 2 more. Out we go. And then up. And now I want you to just hold this position. Just holding the bridge, glute bridge, and oscillating slightly at the hips, left to right. Feeling it too much in your hammies, just creep those feet up a little bit more. And we're just sliding our hips left to right, keeping the knees close together. Just a small movement. Keep holding. We're going to hold for just another 10 seconds here. Okay, relaxing down, rolling over. Deeper core work. I want you holding here in this postural plank. Just lift the left leg a smidge. I'll watch the clock for another 7 seconds, and then we swap to lifting the right foot. Okay. Still maintaining that plank position, draw the belly button in. Feeling strong from the shoulders, right the way to the big toe. Swap again. Holding strong. Not letting the hips sag, not letting them go too high. And then swapping one last time. Just for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down, relax for a sec. We're going to do a circle plank. Working 30 seconds to the right, 30 seconds to the left. So pushing back up. And away we go. So just little circles. So we're circling out, trying to draw a little circle with the belly button. Little circles. Holding a strong position from the shoulders, right the way to the toes. Might need to scooch the feet up a little bit. All right, so now we're going back the other way. Same. Just in the opposite direction, small circles, draw the belly button in, feel strong. If you feel like you're starting to struggle a little bit, squeeze the quads, squeeze the glutes, increase that tension in the body for another 5 seconds, just to help stabilize the joints. All right, and then relax. Stretching this way and dropping down, stretch up, again looking over the left shoulder, drop down, look over the right shoulder, drop down, arms right out. Looking to the left arm and taking left leg over the midline. Big breath in, breathe out. In this scorpion stretch. So you feel the stretch going up to your right shoulder. And then down, swapping sides. Just working to that opposite side of your body with your right leg. Back to the middle, and we'll do the reverse laying in this supine or on your back position. So straight out, left arm out, right arm holding your left leg and just gently taking that stretch to the right side. Try to work your left shoulder to the floor as you increase the movement of your left leg towards the right side. Big breath in, breathing out. Okay, and then let's reverse and swap to the other side. Stretching across. Looking to the right hand. So we're stretching here at the hip, up, through, sort of lower back, mid back, into the lats, into the shoulders. So if you're a bit tight in the lats, then you'll probably be feeling it here. And then pulling the knees up, and we're rocking just gently. And so we're working this mid and lower back. All the muscles in and around those joints. Loosening, especially QL, which is sort of runs from the top of your pelvis to the bottom of your rib cage. Gets notoriously tight when we do more running. And all of these cooling down mobility stretches help in that space. Also getting a ball and massaging in and around that area, or going and seeing my therapist or other therapist. I'm sure you've experienced that tenderness in there, especially if your hips are out of whack a little bit. So then rolling up into this position, and we'll stretch down through the hip, front of the hip flexor into the quads, and trying to lift up through the neck, or lift the head up, lift the chin up. And like I was saying on the other side with the fascia, with this anterior side, front side, the fascia that sits over the top of the muscles, you know, if we're tight here, we're probably tight here. So changing that head position will just increase the stretch through this line. As well, we can nod just to get what's called slide and glide of the fascia over the top of the muscles. Okay, let's swap sides. So holding that position, again, we're nodding. Or just lifting the chin, increasing the stretch. You can push your hips forward if you feel you're comfortable in this position, just to intensify that stretch from the quads over the hip flexor and running right the way up into your throats and those muscles in and around there. And easing back out. Stretching at the shoulders. I just want to do this one. Pulling across our body, lifting up through the center of your chest at your sternum. And then looking across. So just gently looking across to the left, looking across to the right, holding this stretch into the right shoulder and tricep. Okay, then shaking out and swapping sides. Looking across. Holding this stretch, try to drop this shoulder down. Static there, but rotating your head. Shake it out, shake everything out. So hopefully everything's a little bit more mobilized, feeling good. That's all for today. Thank you very much.